What do we got in here?
We got all kinds of stuff. 2 different non-conforming bedrooms.
Something happened.
Help them walk them through these really difficult situations that they don't know how to do themselves. Don't underestimate the power that free leads have on creating a sustainable business. I just got a call from a wholesaler. He got a house in pre-foreclosure, and he just doesn't have the means or the ability to close on this house before the foreclosure sale. So he's called me up knowing that I close tons of these deals and I'm reliable and I can close before the sale next week. So we're about to meet him, take a look at the house, see if we can agree upon a price for an assignment, and hopefully get this thing under contract. How are you today, Paul?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
The yard's the worst part.
Right.
Doesn't need that much on the inside.
Okay. So how'd you find these folks?
Knocked on their door.
Door knock. Love it.
Yep. How you doing?
Good to see you, man. So you door knocked this one. What's their story?
The daughter died in here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. She lost in foreclosure, is losing at foreclosure, so I door knocked her. So I actually caught her here when she was here.
So they owed quite a bit on this still, huh?
It has some judgments on it, yeah. One was a 2 HUD claims, partial claim, and then a HUD.
Yeah.
Okay, it's about $18,000. All right.
So I mean, I was looking up comps on this one before I came over. It's probably a 210.
Yeah. Realtor told me around 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this one's like a short sale type situation. You think?
I don't think so.
You know?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Something happened. A supply line broke. Mm-hmm. Okay. And she told me that water was almost up to the electrical box.
Okay.
And
Cool.
So just let you know. What we got in here?
We got poop. We got all kinds of stuff. But guys, this is the typical type of really motivated seller. Seller passed away in the house. Obviously, they've kind of let go of the situation. They had animals that were pooping in here. This is the type of situation where we can come in and solve a problem. They've already, completely quit on the situation. And fortunately, Paul came in here and got a hold of them and is able to, aid them in stopping this sale. We have a little bit less than a week here, but there's no better team to help this family. They clearly need a lot of assistance, and this is why we do this business, to serve these people. And of course, we're investors, we want to make money, but at the same time, these people need a lot of help, and they need a team behind them that knows what they're doing.
I guess somehow it was
Oh, this was the hallway right here.
Right, probably so, yeah.
So we're actually talking about the layout of the house. If you look on Zillow on this house, it says it's a 3-bed, 2-bath. And you have to be very careful on buying these houses blind because things change. So originally, this right here was a hallway. This was a bedroom. But the person that owned this house wanted a second bathroom. So if you come through here, they've converted this whole area to a bathroom and a larger closet. Used to, this was probably a hallway right here, and there maybe was an entrance right here to this bedroom, but they've made a larger master bedroom and additional bath. So they've actually changed this house from a 3-bed, 1-bath to a 2-bed, 2-bath, which is probably going to turn off quite a few buyers. So you definitely want to evaluate these types of things. It's not hard to turn it back. Right. It's just something you have to be aware of when you're evaluating the house.
Right.
Let's go down here and take a look at this basement of horrors. So Paul had told us that they had some sort of supply line break. So this was originally finished, but flooded at some point. You can definitely smell a lot of must, maybe a little bit of mold. But surprisingly, the foundation walls look pretty decent. You do have some basic cracks, but those are kind of normal. But yeah, foundation looks pretty good. If you look at the mechanicals, you can tell that you have a newer hot water heater. somewhat new furnace. It's just really dirty, probably just needs to be cleaned up and serviced, but we could probably keep it. And you have a newer electrical panel. But this house needs quite a bit. It's really only about, 1,000 square feet, but it needs everything. It needs siding, it needs roof, it needs repairs, it needs adjustment of bedrooms and bathrooms and stuff. So this could easily turn into, a $50,000, $60,000 renovation easily. Whereas normally on a house this size, we're probably putting 30 grand into it. But to kind of elevate the value of this house, you can see where you'd have a bunch of finished space down here. You could make another living room. You could have another family space down here. But it looks like they have it designed to have some non-conforming bedrooms. So if you come down here, you can see that this was framed in for a bedroom. You can even see the electrical is already run. And they have a window. So really, if you wanted it to be a traditional fourth bedroom down here, you have a window, but you would need to make that egress. But right now, it looks like they have 2 different non-conforming bedrooms down here. Maybe you don't change that bedroom upstairs back to an additional bedroom. You just leave that master and that bathroom up there. That way you have a master suite. And then potentially you have the other bedrooms down here. So when you're evaluating a house, you just kind of got to take all these things into consideration, and you actually have to make decisions on the fly. And that's why you really have to know how to comp a house, how to figure out repairs on a house. Because in these situations, Paul's going to want me to make a decision pretty quickly. Now I think this house probably worth $215 or so. He was wanting around 110, so there's probably about $100,000 in spread, but there's probably a $60,000 in repairs. So you just got to think about, is there enough money? Is there enough meat on the bone for me to make a profit? And in this one, it's a little so-so, but this might be one where maybe Paul and I can do a JV. He's good at finding these deals. I have a lot of buyers, so perhaps we could JV. He brought me the deal. I find a buyer. Maybe we could split the profit. This is kind of a project that I don't want to do in terms of this size of a rehab. We like to turn and burn our properties, so I might see if he's agreeable to something like that. Got a little detached garage. So when you're at a house like this, you want to get as many pictures as possible, not only for your own team or your project manager, or whoever's going to flip the house for you, a contractor, but for potential buyers. And this type of house, a lot of wholesalers will want to take 20, 30 photos, but it's not really enough to convey the exact condition of the house. So you want to get closer to 80, 100 photos and videos. Okay, so don't just take pictures that are, in your best interest and making the house look as good as possible. You really want to convey the actual condition of the house. That way, you build up trust with your investors. They're willing to give you blind offers so you don't have to parade people through these houses. It just streamlines the process for you.
More stuff.
A lot of water in there.
You guessed it, more crap.
Yeah. This would be good for a homeowner that has like a small engine repair business or just likes to work on cars and stuff. So this neighborhood, typical to have no garage or one garage, but they kind of got really a 2-car garage that they could do all kinds of hobby projects and stuff. So it's a nice value add. Yeah. Clearly need to get in the gym. Can't even close the garage door. This one, this is probably a bigger rehab than I personally want to take on. Would you want to like JV on it and split it if I can find a buyer?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I can do is I can shop it to all of our buyers, see what people would pay.
Okay.
If not, if no one wants it, let's just say that they don't want it for what you have it at. I have a really, really good short sale lady, and she can...
I don't think they'll do a short sale.
I think they would. I think they would. I don't want to do that because they're painful, But the reality is,
But it takes months.
they do.
Yeah.
They do. But the reality is that this agent's figured out how to do a short sale without putting the house on the market. So basically we can say, oh, I'd really rather pay like 60 for this house. She goes to the lender, puts it on the market for like 2 seconds, and then it goes pending, and then we can negotiate with the lender. So if it doesn't work out.
But yeah, we'll talk, see what we can do, you know?
Okay.
Because I understand it's probably more of a project than you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, we could do it, but my team's not really designed for $60,000, $80,000 rehab.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do. All righty? All right, Michael. You take care, buddy.
It's really important to know the capabilities of your company. We do 150 plus deals a year. I've never liked rehabs this big. It just takes us too long. It ends up costing too much. There are other companies in the area that are built for doing tons of big flips like this, and they love projects just like this one. So he wanted me to dispo the house, talk to some buyers, see what they would pay for this house, and then any profit that we're able to realize, we would end up going 50-50 on the deal and joint venture on it. So hopefully this gives you a good inside look of what a pre-foreclosure deal can look like. Not only did we meet a wholesaler that actually door knocked this house, got in contact with the seller, you can see the condition of what a pre-foreclosure house is like. You can kind of see what the actual motivation and situation of a seller can look like. This seller had a daughter that tragically passed away, and she probably after that just kind of gave up on the house, didn't take care of it anymore, stopped making payments. It's a tragic situation to go through. So that's partially why we are in this business, in the niche business, to help these sellers, help them walk them through these really difficult situations that they don't know how to do themselves. Not only try to get some money in their pocket, but help try to change the trajectory of their life. I can't imagine losing a child. I don't claim to understand how that seller is feeling. But that doesn't mean that I can't feel that empathy and feel that feeling in my heart and try to help that person as much as I can. So I'm really glad that Paul brought me in, allowed me to help with this situation, dispo the house when there's not a whole lot of equity, and hopefully we can find an end buyer, make a little bit of money, get a little bit of money in the seller's pocket, and set them up in a situation that's much better in the future. I hope this has been helpful. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.